Hi, it's Josh Goldberg here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about emotional availability. I get many people that come to me and they are not even aware of how emotionally neglectful the relationship that they're in is, okay? So today I am setting the record straight, okay? Because everyone deserves emotional connection and everyone deserves emotional understanding and validation, okay? So today I'm going to talk about the two key criteria that makes someone emotionally available, and then at the end there's going to be some examples of emotional availability, okay? So two key criteria for a person to be emotionally available, okay? So number one is the person has to be emotionally available to themselves, because obviously a person can't give something to someone that they first can't give to themselves. So when people have unresolved trauma or unresolved abuse from the past, the emotions that were created through these circumstances are very painful, and as a defense mechanism to not feel this pain, people tend to dissociate from their emotions, okay? Especially in childhood, when the child is not able to process the emotions. They dissociate from these painful emotions, which renders them emotionally unavailable to themselves. So to be emotionally available to the self means that a person can identify when they're having an emotion, they can accurately label this feeling, and they can self-validate and accept this emotion. They can experience the feeling, and then they can express this emotion as a feeling and not as a behavior, okay? So that's number one. That's what an emotionally available person is to the self, okay? So criteria number two, okay, the person needs to be emotionally available for someone else. So once they've attained emotional availability to the self, then they need the skills and the ability to be able to be emotionally available for someone else. So this means that they're able to identify that someone else is having an emotion, that someone else might be acting emotionally, and they can notice and acknowledge and pick up on this. They are able to understand emotional language, so feelings, when they hear feelings, they know to try and understand the emotion and to validate the emotion rather than providing solutions or advice for the other person's feelings, okay, which is emotionally neglectful. So this is criteria number two, is that the person needs to be emotionally available to someone else, okay? This is providing empathy. This means that the person is able to listen to the other person's talking and help them to express their feelings, to try and understand what they feel, and to not judge what they're feeling, to not take these feelings personally. So it requires boundaries, it requires listening, it requires emotional understanding and empathy, and overall validating the other person's emotions even if they don't make any sense, okay? So this is the two criteria for a person to be emotionally available. They need to be emotionally available to the self first, and then they need to have the skills and the ability to be emotionally available for someone else. So let's take a look now at some role plays that I did which show emotional availability. Both of the characters in these role plays are emotionally available, so that you can compare how these emotional situations play out versus what you experience in your relationships, okay? So please enjoy the role plays on emotional availability. I just want to express how I feel to you. You didn't do anything wrong. At the same time, I felt abandoned when we were at the wedding and you left me by myself. I certainly didn't want you to feel abandoned by the wedding. I can totally understand that me leaving you there by yourself would have made you feel abandoned, and it is totally valid for you to be feeling this. I'm noticing from your facial expressions that you seem to be feeling something strong right now. What are you feeling? I just feel really frustrated at work at the moment. It's like my boss is annoying me, my colleagues are annoying me, the customers are annoying me. I just feel really frustrated. I hear, so you're feeling frustrated. What's underneath that feeling of frustration of yours? Well, I'm just feeling unappreciated because I've worked there for so many years, and I just feel frustrated that they haven't given me the recognition that I feel I deserve for my efforts there in the job. So I'm hearing that you feel unappreciated and frustrated in your job, that you're not getting the recognition that you feel that you deserve. I can certainly understand that you would be feeling that, and it's okay. Yes, exactly. That's exactly how I feel.